Welcome, everyone, to this weekly live radio show at KCRW 100.7 FM in lovely coastal Brookings, Oregon. Thank you for tuning into this week's exciting and fun program. I'm Dr. GiGi, and I'm sitting alongside my co-host, Jacques Wolf-Kepner. Hello, Jacques.
Hello, Dr. GiGi, and good afternoon to our guest today and to all of the loyal and new listeners out there in Radioland. Welcome to the Doc and Jacques Radio Variety Show. It is Wednesday, September 4th, 2024. It's National Spice Day. But a National Spice Day?
It's Blending Day.
Last Wednesday was what? A National Red Wine Day. That's more like it.
Today's also the National Macadamia Nut Day.
Oh, macadamia nuts. Another one that's real indigenous to our thing. Well, I'm not sure what national day it is, but I am more interested in...
Okay, usually we start our show with a segment we call MD10.
That's where Doctor explains what's going on health-wise.
But today we will start the show with a highlight on my personal life. First Lady.
Yeah, First Lady.
My mother, who is visiting from Germany.
The Black Forest.
Yeah. But we've got some shout-outs to do first, right?
All right. Let's do it. Well,
and we also have in-studio guests.
Yeah, we got in-studio guests. Hello. If Tammy and Annie are out there, your husbands are here in the studio. So John Wayne and Brad, but hey, welcome to be sit in. By the way, anyone can come in reach out to us, and you can come in sometimes and see how this show and listen in on this show as it's broadcast live. Okay, who else do we got to say?
Kelly, Dr. Sherry, Chris.
Dr. Sherry, would you please school Chris, please?
Rebecca, Dave.
Oh, yeah. Rebecca, tell Darwin I said hello and
Rika,
school him.
She might be listening.
Oh, Rika. Yeah, that's her twin sister.
Yeah. Jaden.
Jared, Vera.
Grant, Dave, Scarlett.
Wow, we got a lot of people. Darwin. And we already said Darwin. Teresa and Mike. Annie, John, Susie, John, and Patty. It goes on and on and on. Thank you so very much for listening to the show. We're everything because of you.
Okay. Mama. Einfach was sagen.
We have a very special guest in there.
Kannst du zum Tag gestern reden? Wo wart ihr gestern?
Oh ja, wir waren in Stout Grave und haben die riesengroßen Mammutbäume angeschaut. Es ist echt wahnsinnig, wie groß die sind. Jackie hat mich überall hingefahren. Wir sind auch ans Meer gegangen und haben uns das Casino angeschaut.
Ah ja, und was hat dir am besten gefallen?
Na, die großen, dicken Bäume und das tolle Meer. Du siehst es ja, es ist viel schöner als auf den Bildern.
Okay, ladies, all right, it's time we need to switch into English. That there was welcoming to Dr. GiGi's mom, Hildegard Bremm, hello, who is visiting from the Black Forest in Germany for a week. We are recently talking about, the two of us, we're talking about how seemingly works wonders in order for future events to happen. And for Dr. GiGi, universe, yes, I didn't see that on my script, as if I'm actually reading something. But for Dr. GiGi here, there were several unexpected events that ensured her being here today. That is Dr. GiGi's. For example, Hildegard tells one story about how your family's...
Your father's.
How your father's family... How did your father's family end up in Germany?
Deutschland.
Mama, I am talking now. Yes, that is an interesting story. My father's family lived in Russia as a German family before the First World War, which was somewhat normal for that time. When the First World War started, my father's family was given the option to become Russian citizen, which meant she could keep all their belongings or stay German and lose everything and live in a prisoner camp of sorts. They opted to stay German and were released back to Germany after the First War ended.
World War.
Mm-hmm. The First War, 1918.
18, yeah.
They returned to Germany with nothing to call their own.
Wow, that is super interesting. And do you have any interesting story about your mother's family, Hildegard?
My mother's story is really interesting. They lived in Cameroon, Africa, which was in this time a German colony before the First World War. My grandfather was a police chief there. My mother was born there, and she always proclaimed proudly that she was the first white baby born in Cameroon.
Yeah.
Victoria was the town. Anyway, when the First World War started, they were at once prisoner of war by the Englands and taken to England, whereby my grandmother and the children were released to Germany, and only my grandfather had to stay there till the war was over. He then was released to Germany as well.
Whoa. So your parents got together, you met and then married your husband, which is a great story in itself, and then you had children. Dr. GiGi here is only here living because of some heroics that happened when she was 1 year old. Now, remember, Dr. GiGi has an identical twin, Rika. Mm-hmm. Would you tell us what happened and why Dr. GiGi is still alive to this day? Can you tell us a story that happened when she was 1 year old?
This was one of my most scary situations I have ever been in. Gundi has a twin sister, and they were supposed to be napping. They were about 1 year old on this time. When I checked on them one time, I could not find Gundi.
Gundi is GiGi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Only her twin sister sitting in their bed with a shirt. I got so panicked and screamed at the little baby, "Where is Gundi? Why don't you tell me?" And because she was so little, she did not know what I was saying, of course. She just looked at me. I started to digging in the bed, and I found Gundi wrapped into a pillow. She was blue and limp, and she did not breathe.
Whoa.
Yep, it's true.
It so happened that I just recently read in a magazine that a new method was developed of how to revive a comatose person.
Uh-oh.
It was called mouth-to-mouth.
Mouth-to-mouth breathing, yeah.
Breathing. Yeah. And that it was what I did. I had one of the older siblings run to the neighbors to call the ambulance. In this time we had no car, no phone, but that was usually for all the people in Germany. Because the ambulance people told me that I certainly had saved my daughter's life, but they were not sure that she was going to have a brain damage.
Whoa. So she was starved of oxygen. She was wrapped up. She was lifeless, and you gave her this mouth-to-mouth resuscitation because you just read about it in a magazine. Amazing stuff. I wonder, though, is Dr. GiGi, are you still have any brain damage?
I think I have residual effects. I mean, I'm here with you. I kind of...
You're with me. Okay. That's our guest.
Explains a lot.
All the guests in the studio are going, okay, now we get it.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
But
okay.
Maybe my mom could
do you have any more upbeat? Do you have another upbeat story, short story, Hildegard?
When I was younger, I had a cousin who moved to the state. And when my aunt told me stories about her daughter, that she had a washing machine, a dryer, and a lot of space in her house, I always hoped that I should have kids living in the States to some point.
Yeah.
Well, my wishes has come true. Also, now I see how hard it can be to live so far away from our children.
Wow. Yeah. What a great story. Hildegard Bremm, thank you so much, Mama. I call her. She's special to me. She was such a good host when GiGi and I traveled to Germany for 3 weeks back earlier in April and May. Had the best time of our life. It really was wonderful. And because of you, thank you so much for bringing this beautiful lady into the world and into my life. All right. Thank you.
Thank you too much, too.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was extra special and fun. Okay, here we go. I have the main guest today in the house is someone that I interviewed recently, on KFUG down in our sister community radio station in Crescent City, and he's a trip. And after we had a great conversation and heard his music and his story, I said, come on up to Doc and Jacques. We opened up this window. We also wanted Mama to be here when she could meet a real cowboy, a singing cowboy. And in the vast tapestry of the American West, where endless skies meet rugged landscapes, there emerges a figure as timeless as the rustic land itself. Sam Michaels is the singing cowboy. And like a tumbleweed rolling across the plain, his journey has been one of constant motion, facing the harsh winds of change with nothing but his trusty guitar and an unwavering patriotic spirit. In a world where concrete canyons have replaced the natural ones, Sam stands as a reminder of our pioneering roots. His melodies echo the struggles of those who came before him, each chord striking a balance between the hardships of the trail and the promise of new horizons. Sam's songs are, well, they're like water in the desert. They are refreshing, and to the souls who've come parched by the daily grind of modern life, they speak of hard-won valor and finding one's way when the path seems lost, much like a cowboy navigating by starlight on a moonless night. And in our fast-paced republic, characters like Sam Michaels serve as a touchstone, connecting us to a simpler time. As you tune in with us and listen to Sam's tales and tunes, get ready to hear and feel like a fellow traveler on the great American journey. So saddle up, folks. All right, Sam, the singing cowboy, has got a story to tell, so let's ride this stallion into the sunset. Sam Michaels, welcome to the Doc and Jacques Radio Variety Show.
Welcome.
Are you expecting somebody else in the studio today besides me? Because I don't know who you're describing, but the GiGi story now when she was a child, it's making a lot of sense now. It's answering a lot of questions. Thank you, Mama.
Welcome.
Never tell a secret to a guy with a microphone. Oh, GiGi, I am so using that one in my show now. Oh yeah.
By the way, you got a singing engagement tonight at the
I do
at the river. Everybody grab your pens and papers. Well, or just remember this: you're going to be at the River's Edge RV Park tonight, which
at
is
River's Edge,
September 4th. Right after this show, you pack up and you head on up to the river.
Actually, I'm all set up. All I got to do is just unpack my guitar and ready to go.
And the little convenient, what is that? The little meeting hall, the clubhouse, right? The clubhouse. It's free.
It's a BYOBCD.
Bring your own chairs, bring your own booze, bring your own beer. What?
Bring your own booze, chair, and dog.
Okay, dog. There you go.
Crap, yeah. We didn't bring our dog.
We'll find a dog for you. Okay. Don't worry about it. We'll get a dog.
And it's a fun group. It's a hot day here in Brookings. It's a wonderful day. So, yeah, come on up, bring a chair, and hang out
with us. And that's how we met you there, and we were just excited how you...
Yeah, I was just glad your brakes worked on your car. That's all when you pulled up, because I'm going, oh, my God, this is going to hurt.
That's right. Oh. You have to come down a big hill there, too. Well, yeah, you could see him tonight. What time do you play? 5:15?
As soon as I get done here.
Right. And then you head on over and get out by 7:30-ish?
Well, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall we?
Oh, he's got an
I'm just wondering who the stallions is coming riding in and across the prairie and like a tumbleweed. And
Stallion Sam, where were you born?
That's Mr. Stallion.
Where were you born?
Mr. Stallion, man?
I was born and raised in North Dakota. That's nowhere near Germany, Mama. No. Although we do have a very large German population in North Dakota.
Yeah, there are.
There are. Oh, yeah, absolutely. My brother-in-law is actually full-blooded German.
Really?
Married to my sister. Yeah.
Does he speak in the Deutsch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, maybe he wants to come visit.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
You bring him next time. So tell us why you came here to this lovely coastal area.
You know, up until 2018, I didn't even know Brookings, Oregon existed.
Oh, boo.
So I've been coming here every summer since then.
Yeah?
I live in Arizona right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've ever been to Arizona in the summertime, it's a dry heat, but then so is the surface of the sun. So is an oven. If you want to know what Arizona is like in the summertime, stick your head in an oven. That's a dry heat, too. And this is the longest summer that I've ever spent at Brookings because I'm normally only here for 6 weeks, 7 weeks at the most. And then I go up to Spokane, Washington, in western Montana, do some more shows up there. And then I finally head back to Arizona after Labor Day.
Yeah, when the winter comes in and...
No, it's still 114 degrees there today. I mean, I'm not back there yet.
I'm 114 maybe?
I won't be back there till almost the 1st of October because I'm leaving here and then going to Spokane for 2 more weeks and then heading back to Arizona.
Oh, do you have family in Spokane?
Yeah, I have friends of mine up there, yeah.
That's close enough. Friends and family.
Yeah.
We put them all in one pot.
And it's, only supposed to be 80 degrees, sunshine, and then I'm also only 50 degrees at nighttime.
45 years old?
45, 50 degrees at nighttime. So
yeah, nice. Arizona. So are you a sunbird or what do they call it?
I would be considered a sunbird.
A sunbird or snowbird.
Because I live in Arizona.
Right.
But out of there to get away from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before you left North Dakota, you did a lot of things. So did you grow up on a farm? Did you grow up, what was
I spent all my summers or most of my summers out on the farm. My dad's sister and brother.
Your aunt.
My aunt and uncle, yeah. I've learned how to milk cows and ride horses, and I hated that rooster, the chicken. God, I hated that rooster. Meanest rooster you ever saw in your entire life. But I've been kicked by a cow through a barn wall. My uncle warned me, don't stand behind the cow.
I never stood. Were dead too, kind of.
Yeah, that explains a lot of things too, doesn't it, GiGi? Yeah.
Got kicked in the head?
No, I didn't get kicked in the head. Got kicked in the chest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
So that was interesting.
And then you early on, then what did you? Then you became farming, and then suddenly you got into was it oil?
I worked in the oil fields a couple times.
What did you do?
I was a roughneck. That is a younger man's job. Mm-hmm. Definitely a younger man's job. I was a derrick. Worked on derricks.
Okay.
I was John Wayne here.
I was actually the first position I had was called the worm.
The worm.
The worm.
There were 5 men on a derrick floor. There's the worm. There's the chain hand.
There's the bottom of the barrel.
There's the motor hand. There's the driller, and then there's a derrick hand. So the worm is literally the bottom of the pole, and I made it up to the next step of chain hand. So they don't even use chain anymore.
Wow.
So that's an interesting thing.
Do people lose their hands and their fingers?
My brother got a chain wrapped up in his arm, broke his arm in 3 places. It dragged him around backwards, and it's very dangerous.
Wow.
People have lost their lives.
So is that why you left?
Oh, no, just North Dakota's too
okay,
old.
so then what happened? This is what happens. You finally said, I got to get a break out of this. So you went to school, right?
I have 2 majors, 2 bachelors of sciences. One's in criminal justice and one's in psychology.
Whoa.
And what prompted that?
I watched too much Adam 12. I don't know. I've always wanted to be a police officer, and I was a deputy sheriff for almost 10 years.
Well,
wow.
There you go.
Where were you a deputy?
Basically North Dakota and a little bit out in northern Idaho.
Oh, you were in Minot.
Minot.
Minot was the air base.
Minot was the air base.
Where all the young recruits were sent.
Yeah, because I spent my entire shift for snow between Minot and Minot Air Force Base because I'd be investigating traffic accidents. And
wow.
Every single one of them had license plates from Florida and South Carolina and Georgia. And
wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
And there were a bunch of young men going, woo.
Yeah, what do you do with this white stuff? Never seen snow in my life.
Yeah.
It was always fun.
Okay, so then what happened?
Then you got into realty, right? Or so you just said, hang on.
I'm a realtor right now. But before I did that, I was actually doing music. So I had a band in Spokane.
Like the band you have now?
Sam
or
in the
real
band,
band?
right?
Not Sam in the band. This was actually a band. This is 5 guys called Country Drive.
Mm-hmm.
Country Drive.
We've got to open up for Toby Keith.
Whoa.
We opened up for Shenandoah,
Dang.
Big House, Gretchen Wilson, Eric Heatherly. Played in front of a lot of people, and sometimes it's easier. 2, 3 summers in a row, we played down at, it was called, what's the park down there in Spokane? I'm trying to think of it right offhand, but there was Bloomsday. Bloomsday is a national 7-mile marathon run, and they end up down in the park.
They run it on National Macadamia that day.
I don't know when they do, but these people, they run 7 miles. I'm going, I don't even want to run 7 feet to the refrigerator, So, but down in the park is where everybody goes, and there was at one time 40,000 people down there.
Wow.
And we were playing there a couple times on the big stage and greeting them.
You're so talented, man.
It's fun.
It's like we uncovered this guy. Now we're going to get to where you're playing now, and you're finally on your exodus. So.
I am. I've only have 4 shows left before I leave the Oregon coast.
Oh.
Two of them are going to be Wednesday and Saturday at the River's Edge.
Yeah.
Okay, so tonight there's one at between 5:15
and 7:30, 8 o'clock, whenever people start to drift away. But it's going to be such a nice night tonight.
It's going to be a hot night, yeah.
It's gorgeous.
So bring your chair, bring it up
the dog.
Bring your dog.
He's welcome. Yeah, bring your dog, bring your chair, bring your beverage, I should say, instead of beer or booze.
Yeah.
And then Saturday night, you're going to be at the same spot, River's Edge. And then Sunday, when are you at the Augustino?
Well, Friday I'm at Tortugas.
Oh, yeah.
Up in Gold Beach.
Oh, right.
That'll be my last Friday there at Tortugas.
What time do you play?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock till 7?
Till 8.
You play for 3 hours there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
He's got a complete setup, gang.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just playing acoustic guitar sitting
the
on
whole
stage.
band.
You got the whole backup band. And
honestly, I don't do anything different now than I didn't do with the band. Because basically I play acoustic guitar, I sing lead, and I front the band, which is basically a front man is just the guy that talks on the microphone all the time.
Right.
Hey, how you
good
doing?
at
Good to
that.
see you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of shy.
You got the singing voice, man. You got it. You got it. You could wail it. That's so good, and you know so many.
Well, you haven't heard my George Thorogood yet. So.
Well, we'll ask for that tonight.
What are we looking at?
No, I'm Thorogood or whatever we're going to do.
Okay, yeah, okay.
We're going to do that tonight. You better practice.
I've already got it down.
Michael Jackson.
Guess how many chords are in the song?
Right.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many instruments do you play?
I just play one.
Okay.
Just my acoustic guitar.
All right.
I play a kazoo. Does that count?
Yeah, it does. I mean, he plays the harmonica and it counts.
The kazoo and the harmonica are totally different.
Oh, they sound exactly alike.
Just let you know, Doctor.
Well, get Mama up to do the bagpipes. Mama, you want to do the bagpipes tonight? I got a cowbell. You can play the cowbell.
Yeah. Mama will be out there with a cowbell every once in a while. Dang, dang.
We find one of those triangles, we can find one of those too.
I like these old songs.
Yeah.
You like the old country songs, yeah?
Yes, I
Okay,
like
well, you're going to hear
a few of them.
All right. Tell us something really super interesting about you that we don't know yet.
You said I couldn't use a Steve Martin joke.
No. You can't do that. But how did the Sam and the Band come about? How did you, well, it was Country Drive, right? Originally?
Country Drive, yep. Sam and the Band, I guess, is just it's kind of the thing I do during my show and explain why and how I got Sam and the Band. It's going to be interesting when I'm up in Spokane a week from Saturday. I'm going to be doing a show, and my bass player from Country Drive is going to be joining me.
Going to be joined up with your own
We have not been on the same stage for 20 years.
Yeah.
And he's a great guy. He really is a great guy.
Well, I hope so. That seems like a cool thing. So have you been solo for the past, 3 years?
No. Since before I moved to Arizona, so for the last 12.
Okay.
I've done this stuff for 35 years.
Yeah.
You got good equipment. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
It's expensive, good.
It's a good setup. Yep. Really good sound.
Those speakers are totally cool that you have.
Yeah, they're these long
the
sticks.
pole speaker. What do they call those things?
Those are Bose.
Bose.
Oh, those are Bose.
Those are Bose
speakers.
Best investment I ever made. They're $1,000 a piece, but you know what? I've had those for 8 years now, and the other speakers I had before were 3 times as heavy and half as good.
Right.
So my back really appreciates
And you carry everything in the truck,
Yep.
right?
And my dog.
You have
What's
a
your
dog?
dog's name?
Bella.
Bella.
She's a border collie.
A border collie. Okay.
Yep.
It's true.
A Bordeaux collie. as they
I
call it,
like
friends.
them.
Yeah.
She's a good old dog.
Yeah.
All right, tell us some incredibly funny. Give us a couple of funny stories. We're going to take a mid-show break here in just a few minutes, but give us a funny, uplifting story about some of your travels.
You know, back in the day when I had the band, I was talking about this to my bass player the other day too. We had, besides me, there were 3 other vocalists in the band that sang lead like I do, and all 4 of us were sitting around my house one night because I invited them over for a barbecue, and we sat around playing this board game called Humbly.
Humbly.
Basically what it is you have to hum the song and people have to guess it.
Oh, I thought you had
Now
to be
you would
humble.
think 4 vocalists would have no problem with this game or guessing which one.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as it looks. And I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my life by going, and people looking, what are you? And it's not that easy, you know.
I guess you're right. That would be it.
Oh, it is hilarious.
How about this one? Dun 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 dun.
That's not humming, no.
That's not humming. That's not the answer.
And that just doesn't work that way.
How about they call him Flipper?
No, that's not humming either. That's not humming either.
We even had Flipper.
Oh, that's not humming either.
No.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah, you only could hum.
All right, next story.
Come on, give us another fun. Do you get chased by women all the time, or are you single?
Yes.
You're single, okay.
Yeah, I've had some long
Jackie
relationships.
for asking that for me.
Apparently, somebody, one of the front desk people asked me today, says, some person showed up here this morning asking if you were single. I go, what? They're coming here asking me if I'm single.
They go to the front.
Cool.
Yes,
I've never had a stalker before. This is going to be kind of fun.
The first time we saw you, there was this lady filming the whole
She filmed
show
every
of
single
yours.
day.
Mary, that's Mary. I met her about 4 years ago. She's an Elks member here.
Okay.
She's
Are you
married,
now?
right? Her husband.
Are you
is
now?
sure.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
But the videos that she takes have such a great sound quality.
Yeah.
It's just, and she
Just
sends
use
them
it
to
as
me
an
after
apple,
almost every show, and I must have 50 videos that I
I think
have
she
to edit
pays
out.
like $40 a month. She uses up as much space as Annie Hopkins.
Oh, I'm
John
sure.
Munn's wife. She films everything.
Yeah.
It's like $25 a month just to pay the extra.
Sometimes it's kind of funny when doesn't realize that she's talking over the video, and I can hear what she's saying when she's videoing, because she's making comments as she goes along.
Is she going to be there tonight? Is she going to be there tonight?
I think so. She's been kind of not in good health lately, but she should be there.
Oh, wow. So how many people go there just for the vacation, or how many are stationary there? I think it was like 50-50 or 60-40. Huh?
Some people live there year-round at the Riverside.
You know what? Megan is the owner, and it's a family-run business.
Yeah.
Hey, Megan.
At River's Edge is a very nice resort. It really is. I wish Megan would have a hot tub there, but you can't have everything. I should have just bought a hot tub and just brought it in there with me.
Yeah, slushes with you.
Exactly. I don't know how many percentage, but there's, I think, like 40% of the people that probably live there year round. So,
yeah.
and I've been having some really good crowds these Wednesdays and Saturdays when the weather's been nice. It's just been, there must be about 40 or 50 people there.
Is this your first year there, or
It's my first year there, yes.
do you know already if you're going to come back?
I don't know. I would love to say with 100% certainty I'll be back next year, but I don't know if I'm coming back to the Oregon.
I think Megan is going to get you to come back.
It'd be nice, but,
Make you a nice offer.
doing this stuff for 35 years is, I figure I've got maybe 5 years left to do.
But you don't want to live in Arizona, so why don't you move
I'm
up
talking
here?
about seeing the Great Lakes and seeing the Appalachian Mountains.
Might as well.
And the Carolina coast.
around, right?
Yeah. So I may go other places those last 5 summers doing something else.
Oh, I didn't think about
Yeah,
that.
I got to be
It's
responsible
beautiful.
in Arizona because I'm a realtor there, and I'm also, I play probably 100 shows a season when I'm down there. So I do quite a few of them down there.
Okay, where in Arizona?
Mesa,
Arizona.
Yep.
Mesa, Arizona.
Now, what do you like up here that you don't like in Arizona besides the heat? And
I love the ocean.
yeah,
It's just a different feeling in the air, even from the ocean. I mean, I'm down on the ocean every morning drinking my coffee with my dog.
Yeah.
Bella.
We have a routine. We get up and she does her thing, and then I sit by the ocean, have my coffee, and read the news. And
Where you go
stuff.
to the harbor? You go up to Harris Beach?
The harbor.
Harbor, yeah.
Oh yeah, the harbor. Definitely the harbor.
Kick back and watch it. You could see John Wayne's house and Annie Hopkins' house. From
Either real big, expensive house on the hill that I haven't got to yet. So
yeah, right. He's got them. Yeah, okay. We'll talk about that.
there's some of those houses that are up on the hill, and I'm thinking, how did they?
You're
how did they even
connected,
build?
man. You're connected now.
Okay, I'm connected.
All right, folks, listen, we are at that halfway point, believe it or not. It has gone by so fast. Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Doc and Jacques. You're tuned to KCIW 100.7 FM in Brookings, Oregon. We are proudly a non-commercial community radio station. Regardless if you sing, you do have a voice. And that is what community radio like KCIW does very best. We're made up of local good folks just like you who care passionately about our lovely coastal village. And if you have a penchant for community service, volunteering, think about joining the KCIW radio family. Get involved. I'm telling you, GiGi and I did. We've never looked back. It's so much fun. You can serve. You could contribute. You could donate your time and money, no matter how small, to an exemplary, local, nonprofit radio station. You can find out more by going to kciw.org. Nothing simpler than that. You can also go at any time after this show, click into kciw.org and listen to past shows, and it will bring you to an archive, and you can listen to this show at your leisure later on. And you should know that too, so that you can go home and tonight after you come back, you can hear how you sounded. You sounded great, and you can pass the link off to others. So it's a great way. Get involved. KCIW 100.7 FM in Brookings, Oregon. We're joined in the studio by Hildegard Bremm,
my mother.
Gundi, Dr. Gundi, Dr. GiGi's mother, and Sam Michaels.
You'll always be GiGi to me. I can't say Gundi.
Yeah, I know. Gundi. It's Gundi, but it's spelled Gundi, so people always say Gundi, which looks like gun to me. Gun is gun, and then Di.
If it was Gundi, it's Goondi.
I know,
right, it would be Gundi. Yeah, Gundi. But Gudrun, how do you say your name?
Gudrun.
You say it again?
Gudrun.
Oh, easy for me to say.
Gudrun.
I just go by Sam. All right.
She says that.
Or hey, you.
Hey, Sam.
Good name, Mama. You named her good. Enrica.
Oh, wait, butter up.
All right, what do you got?
So tell me, I have a question. How about the travels? I mean, the gas prices are soaring. And
2 years ago when I was here, I was paying over $6 a gallon.
I know.
Gasoline here in Brookings. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember that in 22 very distinctly.
Yeah.
That was crazy then. Now it's down to 378, 376 or something like that.
376, yeah.
I'm liking that. My brother that works in the oil field still doesn't like it because now they're talking about gallons or the barrel of oil.
Oh,
going down to $45 a barrel.
Oh no!
Which would make it about $2 a gallon for gas.
You drive a big truck, right?
I drive a truck.
A truck.
A truck.
What is it? Is it a Dodge? What is it? I'm sorry. Is it a Dodge?
I'd say a Dodge.
It's a Dodge.
You can kick them now, GiGi.
It's a pretty new one.
No, it's a Ford.
I was just going to say.
I knew that.
He's a cowboy.
Just testing. Yeah, just testing. What do you mean cowboy? Cowboys drive Chevy.
No, they don't.
Not real cowboys.
I have a question to you.
Yes.
Your dog is your best friend.
She is.
How old is she?
She is 13 now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
My mom just got a dog. She's 7.
But it's because...
Yeah, she's been with me since she was 3 months old.
Aww.
So we've seen a few miles, that's for sure.
Yeah, nice.
But the gas prices, I'm liking them going down, so it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because before it was like $120 just to fill up my truck.
Yeah,
truck.
My truck.
Yeah. He's like a cowboy, man.
Do you have another vehicle at home? You just have...
I just need a truck.
A truck.
Truck.
Who needs more than a truck? You go out Spurs.
Not a Chevy.
You got to be careful if you're a cowboy. Never squat down. You'll hit your spurs.
Okay, so you have been traveling for 12 years, and you have been doing it for 30 years. You're going to do it for 5 more years. What are you going to do then?
Well, I've been entertaining for 35 years. I've been traveling for 7.
Oh, I'm so off. Yeah.
So I've been traveling to Oregon for 7 years, but I live in Arizona, but I think I've only spent 1 summer there since I've been there. So there were summers I went to go work for my brother a little bit with his business in 17. I went to work up there for that summer. And I think the other summer in 15, I think I was up in Spokane. But I think I spent 1 summer.
You spent a year up, weren't you up in Gold Beach one?
Last year I was there, but only for 6 weeks.
Up at Tortuga?
Tortugas, yep. I played there every Wednesday and Saturday.
Did you ever go to Ortford or any place like that? You just kind of...
I did not.
I just wondered.
I haven't been... The farthest north I think it went was Bandon. And that was just because there's a massage therapist there that does a great job. Oh, she's wonderful.
Yeah, cool. And you're in good with... Megan, is it? Megan is
the owner.
She's
yep.
giving you you're so talented, man.
So you're for hire, so to speak, not to say you're hitman hire.
No,
so you're for hire, right?
No.
So
I do shows for fees, yes.
That's better.
Make it sound like I'm some kind of cheap
I know,
on the street corner kind of person.
So how do people get a hold of you?
I just found out that the new Facebook page that I created was Sam and the Band, but you have to put a period in between each word in order to find me.
Okay.
Sam dot and dot band dot
2024. I guess you had to put on.
Or if you just look under, if you just text, just look.
It's easier to find me under Sam Michaels.
Yeah.
Find me there, make a friend request, and now I can make a friend request from you off of my other Facebook page. And that's where I put all my schedule for my music is on Sam and the Band Facebook.
So you got the name, last name Michaels, and then you got Sam. It's like our engineer with Tom Bozak is in there, but then we got Ray Simon. And again, the back last name is a viable name, the front name, it's all good. Okay.
I also go by Hey You.
Hey You. Right, of course.
Really, Hey You.
What is a scary story? Tell us a scary, sad
story.
That's something that's
something that you almost
dealing with
quit
music
over.
or dealing with just my life period.
Anything. We'll take anything scary.
Well,
Halloween is coming.
One of my older brothers has actually saved my life 3 times.
My mom is totally not up to par then.
Mama, you don't know that story yet? The most recent one was actually, it happened on a farm. The cisterns, the wells that they have on farms where they draw the water from. I was outside by myself playing like I probably shouldn't have been, but I lifted the cover up and I fell in and the cover fell back over me.
Whoa.
And thank God that my aunt happened to be looking out the kitchen window at the time.
Oh, my.
Said, oh, my God, he just fell in the cistern. And the next thing I know, my brother is being lowered by his ankles. Because when I hit the water, it knocked me out. And I was unconscious.
Wow.
The coat that I had on at the time was one of those nylon jackets that zipped up and had a tie on the bottom.
So it was cold, too.
It was cold, oh, yeah. And that was like a life preserver. That filled up with air and kept me afloat while my brother was lowered down to pull me out.
And
Gracious.
how old were you? That was just
8.
recently? Oh,
No,
It was just last week.
No, that was when I was 8 years old. So.
And how old is your brother?
He is
Still
5 years older than I am.
Okay, 13 or so.
Yeah, so he was, and I remember him when he was lowered down. I had a hold of a pipe on the side of the wall, and remember my brother saying, "Let go of the pipe," and I thought, "You out of your mind? This is the only thing that's keeping me afloat." Was this pipe on the wall. So.
Oh,
wow.
It
No
feels like
stalkers, though. Nothing.
Not yet.
Nice. I like the way he said.
Apparently, someone showed up this morning and asking about me. So
yeah.
Hope it wasn't the IRS. That's really embarrassing.
That would be embarrassing on the radio. Oh,
Exactly.
What do you like best about the traveling man that you've been doing? What is the best? What are some of the great things that?
Since I started playing the RV resorts, which was about 3 years ago, here in Brookings, because usually I just played the bars. My first bar I played was Backstreet Bar here, but I played Zola's, Augustino's is another bar, Latitude 51. Latitude
41, which
42?
is now Pirate Shop.
Pirate Chat, yeah. I played there before, but when I started playing these RV resorts like Tortugas, Megan's, at River's Edge, it's just a great clientele to play to. They're just happy. They're full-time RVers, and they're just they just like to have a good time.
Right.
They're there to enjoy.
Yeah,
and not
they're to enjoy.
criticize.
Yeah. And I've got a good rapport with them too. I mean, there's just.
I wonder why you are so easygoing when you play, and then you make little jokes. Even I find
By the
it
way,
funny.
Someone actually accused me of being a smart aleck. I find that hard to believe.
I find it very hard.
It's not a smart aleck. I
Would
would
be
say
us.
smart.
You don't think so, Mama, do you? I'm not a smart aleck, right? 9.
You got that infectious. How old are you, Sam?
59.
59. Okay, so you got an infectious personality that shows your repertoire is phenomenal. How many songs you are able to sing on a drop of a hat. You say you don't look at your iPad or anything like that. Just give it. So you just know these countless and hundreds, literally, of songs that's taken you
Probably
years
thousands now.
1,000.
Yeah.
So do you have them all in your wherever, and so you can just push the little song in there, and then the background plays?
Something like karaoke in a way it is, but it's just got the background
Well,
beat.
it's got the background vocals, so it's like a karaoke show. But a karaoke show is more designed for anybody getting up.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's not that.
Nope, it's you and the country get up
got
and the
such
country
a-
twang.
you gotta-
and
I
the-
do rock and roll too.
You too?
Oh yeah.
Little rock and roll with me. And if you come out and see Sam either at Augustino's this Sunday, Saturday night at RV, or tonight at the
River's
RV
Edge.
River's Edge.
Yeah.
If you come up and leave him a tip in the jar, you have one rule. If you leave money in the tip, what do you got to do?
You got to make a request, but it cannot be any Shania Twain, no Dolly Parton, no Patsy Cline, for the love of God, no Taylor Swift,
and no Michael Jackson,
no Michael Jackson, no Adele, no Dixie Chicks. All right.
But
that's the only.
But everything in between Scott's and
chick songs.
Brooks and Dunn, and all the old country.
I play everything from George Strait and Brooks and Dunn to Bob Seger and the Eagles.
And I mean, you play it well. I mean, he yodels, he sings.
That's why they bring booze, because I'm much better when you've been drinking.
Yeah, have a few of them. What do you? So those are the best things that happen about your job. What do you like the least? What's the drawback to being a traveling man that's getting around?
Driving down the road is be kind of laborious.
Yeah.
Sitting in a truck for 11, 12 hours on one trip. So it takes me 2 days to get up here.
Yeah.
From Arizona.
So isolated here in a way.
Yeah.
Right.
It is. And that road between here and Medford, Grants Pass. Yeah, I'm not.
Well,
John Wayne in our gallery over here. How long does it take you to drive from Roseburg? How long?
12 hours.
No, it does not. He drives really slow, folks. He said 12 hours to drive from Roseburg. He said, no, just 3 hours. That's pretty, and that 3 hours is pretty fast, right? Yeah. And which way do you go? You go up the coast?
No matter which way you slice it, up to 199.
199. It's the same.
From Roseburg down the coast.
It's a prettier drive on the coast.
3 hours. Yeah.
All right.
Prettier drive.
We're done driving. I think we're ready to listen now.
Wait a minute. What time are we that fast? Whoa. I cannot believe. Wow. Okay. Where do you see yourself, before we do that, can I say? Where do you see yourself in a couple of years? You say you were thinking about winding up your journeys here or take a break?
I don't know. I haven't seen, like I said, the Great Lakes or the Appalachian Mountains or the Carolina coast. I've never seen any of those. And if I traveled, if I bought a travel trailer like I'm thinking about doing, and I'm just taking it on the road, I've pretty much proved to myself that there's not a town I can't drive into and not be working 3 days later.
Cool.
I did that in Brookings. I pulled in here on a Tuesday, and by Thursday I had gigs for the weekend.
Oh my God!
Yeah, with Megan. Yeah, you talked.
Well, no, I didn't know Megan when I first pulled in here. It was actually the Backstreet Bar, and it's so funny. I walked into the guy and I said, "No, this is what I do." And his first words were to me, "Well, can you sing?" I said, "Well, let's find out." And I set up my gear and I did 2 songs for him. He goes, "Yep, you can sing. You want to play this weekend?"
Wow.
Yep, I do.
For you.
So,
yeah,
nice.
He's extremely, very, very talented.
I've done about 45 shows here so far this summer.
Wow. Well, Sam the Man is here. You start getting your guitar out there and bringing it up and stringing it up and
he's going to play.
That's horrible.
String it up. He's going to play.
You were tuned into KCIW here live in the broadcast studio. We're with Sam Michaels on KCIW.
And he's going to sing an original.
Before I do the song, though, I got to give you a little bit of backstory.
Okay,
please do.
I have 3 original songs. 2 of them we've actually been into the studio.
Yeah.
Recorded them with the full band and backup and everything else. Those were done 20-some years ago. This one I've just worked on over the last, I've only been playing this thing, I think, for 6 or 7 years. And it has to do with a married couple that I knew. And I had met her before I'd met him, because I didn't meet him until they got married. And both of them are good friends of mine. And they're great people, they really are. But unfortunately, it went south. And I don't know the reasons why, but being deputy sheriff for as long as I was, I long remembered that there's 3 sides to every story. There's her side, there's his side, and then there's the truth. So, but I was talking with her one night, and she was just kind of telling me what went on with their relationship. And as I started to think about it later on when I went home, it took me maybe a half an hour to write down the words. And maybe about 15 minutes to do the melody.
Dang.
So, and the melody came first, and then the words popped into there. But that's what it's all about. It's about her perspective of what happened. So,
what's it called?
I don't have a name for it.
That's the name of the song.
I don't let you guys figure it out after you're done hearing it. So
that's right.
So I got to make the guitars in turn. Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You were the one that I wanted forever. You vowed you'd always be by my side. Now there's a distance between us, I know, about the secrets that you hide inside. Your hours, it seems, gets later and later. Your meetings, they last all through the night. You seem to think that I haven't noticed. Believe me that I have seen the light. Writing you this letter, I don't want to hear another lie. I can't say that I stopped loving you, but I know I'm gonna have to try. I can't take any more of your cheating ways. I won't let you see me cry. So I'm leaving you this letter, signed with my love, goodbye. When you read this, don't try to find me. Don't even try to apologize. Just let me leave with the memory of your love, the way that I once felt for you deep inside. Writing you this letter, I don't want to hear another lie. I can't say that I stopped loving you, but I know I'm gonna have to try. I can't take any more of your cheating ways, let you see me cry. So I'm leaving you this letter, signed with my love, goodbye. Closing the door, I'm throwing away the key. There's nothing here for me, as far as I can see. Made up my mind, I've got to set you free. This letter's all that you be getting from me. Writing you this letter, I don't want to hear another lie. I can't say that I stopped loving you, but I know I'm gonna have to try. I can't take any more of your cheating ways. I won't let you see me cry. So I'm leaving you this letter, signed with my love, goodbye.
Here, in case
I liked it.
You are.
Mama liked it.
Yeah.
Mama liked it. That's all that mattered, right? You sing countless, 1,000 cowboy, country and rock and genre music songs, and you play them exceptionally. You have the backup, right? He has all the backup instrumentals in the background. But then when it comes down to the reality of this, an acoustic guitar and yourself, extremely well done.
Thank you.
Original song. We would have played some of those other cover songs, but
we don't want to anger the radio guys.
We don't want to anger the radio guys.
We got guys watching this.
Copyright issue there.
They're watching this from the windows.
In fact, you're going to have to sign off. Linda will come in after the thing and have you sign off.
So I guess we'll listen to them tonight. We'll come in.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
We will hear more of your things. What? Where? So let's go over it again. How do people get hold of you? They're going to see you tonight at RV
at River's Edge RV Resort.
From.
It's on the South Bank. I guess I got to say the South Bank.
Got to say the South Bank.
River.
Okay.
Yes.
And then Saturday night comes around.
Friday first.
Oh, Friday.
Friday is Tortugas
and
Gold Beach.
And then Saturday night.
Saturday is at River's Edge again. Mm-hmm. The last night at River's Edge will be there.
Sunday at Augustino.
In the harbor.
What are you going to be doing Monday?
Packing and leaving.
Packing and leaving.
Yes.
You're going to leave halfway through the day, or maybe leave Tuesday morning early?
No, actually, I'm going to be leaving Monday morning. I'll be all packed up, ready to go.
We is Bella and you.
We use Bella. Yeah, she's got the whole back seat, and she's traveling with me.
And you got all your stuff in the world. You have a place in.
I have a place in Mesa, but I feel like I've been living out of a suitcase for the last 3 weeks or 3 months, I should say.
3 months.
And so, if somebody wants to buy a house in Mesa, they can find you on other.
Absolutely, you can find me on Sam Michaels. You can find me that way.
Are you with a realty company?
I am. Oh yeah. My license is hanging with Southwest Realty.
Southwest Realty.
Mm-hmm.
How is the market now in Arizona?
Expensive, very expensive.
Yeah.
I think the market is going to make a correction. As I think it's.
We're waiting for that for a while now.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I mean, again, the desert has to appeal just to certain. It's true desert there, right?
Oh yeah.
It's got to appeal to a certain person. After living in the abundance of Oregon and NorCal and this area, the Pacific Northwest, is so hard for me I'd have to gulp hard and say, I'll go down.
It's beautiful down there 8 months out of the year. It really is. And it's just those other 4 months are kind of brutal. But I understand why the older population, snowbirds, okay, I understand why they go there, because the low humidity there and the heat really feels good on the bones.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah, you're right.
So what is your tombstone going to say?
What is your tombstone going to say? Have you thought about
Once you're dead, what do you want us to put on your tombstone, since we're still going to be alive, maybe?
I'm going to paraphrase this too, but I remember seeing something that it said, life is not meant to end with a perfectly well-preserved body. It's meant to be sliding in sideways, all banged up.
Oh, yes. I've heard this.
Man, what a ride.
Yeah.
A
couple teeth knocked out, a couple broken bones.
My tombstone will probably say I had a blast.
Yeah, I had a blast.
Had a blast.
You had a blast.
That's what I want to have on.
You have been listening to a fascinating hour here. Joined GiGi and I, Dr. GiGi and I, on this show. We have John, Wayne, and Brad in the audience with us today, listening in. We most probably had their wives, Tammy and Annie, listening in too. But we want to particularly thank Hildegard Bremm for coming on this radio and telling some of your stories about what your life was like and bringing this beautiful woman into the world and doing so well with 6 children. I commend you. All of your 6 children, your 5 that are remaining, are lovely, wonderful people. And then we have Sam Michaels, who I'm so glad that...
Hey, we had 6 children in our family.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Which one are you?
5 boys and 1 girl.
We were 3 and 3.
You're the 1 girl and then the 5 boys.
Oh, I hope you come to my show tonight.
I got you.
So we were 3 and 3, and it turns out when we talked to my mom yesterday that my dad was able to name the boys, and my mom was able to name the girls. And if the suggestions would have been too atrocious, then they could have vetoed. But
they had veto power.
But
they had veto power, yeah.
But it didn't happen. So
right. All right.
I never found out why the parents named the children the way they did. I don't know. I don't know who picked
we know
what.
ours. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got maybe that's
we have
right.
a basketball team and a cheerleader.
A basketball team and a cheerleader. There you go. Cool.
That's cute.
You're a tall, good-looking guy. You could get out there and pop some baskets. Okay, Doc, what have we got? Thanks again, Sam.
Thank you, everybody, for coming, joining us. But now it's time for...
What? Fun Time Corner. Oh, my goodness. Where are my fun time? I got some pretty good jokes today. It was sort of... I'm digging.
I don't know why
I love the
he's
sound of rustling
labeling
paper.
your color.
I
your
love
pages.
the sound of rustling paper. Where is it? Fun Time Corner. Okay, Doc, give us a quote.
Okay. Never approach a bull from the front, a horse from the rear, or a fool from any direction.
Never approach a bull from the front, a horse from the rear, or a fool from any direction. Does everybody agree with that?
Or a cow.
Or a cow.
Or a cow
from the rear.
From the back.
Cow
From the rear. Yeah. Then
Wait, a cow is a female cattle? No. Cow is a female bull.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Bull is a male.
fine.
That's a heifer, and that's what my grandpa used to call my girlfriends in high school.
Oh, my goodness.
How's the heifer?
Oh, my goodness gracious. That's in North Dakota.
That's in North Dakota.
That happens.
Yeah,
All
for
right.
sure.
What's another one?
Nope, you go.
Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah, I have
I'm
more
making.
jokes.
In fact, I'm making a new cowboy film called The Sun. It's set in the West. Okay, you can all laugh if it's. You get it? Make a cowboy.
Man, I thought my jokes were bad.
Oh, I know.
You got me,
They're not the
Jack.
greatest ones. Okay.
That was one of his better ones.
Well, at least he was honest about that.
So I
not the
can't.
best one.
Let's slow this down a lot because I just realized I don't have my phone on me. I can't pull up my other jokes.
Oh, there is a God. Thank you, Lord.
No. I was going to say, I've been thinking I'm going to stop drinking. So recently I've stopped thinking.
Oh, that wasn't funny.
Okay, it wasn't funny last week.
Okay.
All right, what do we got, Doc?
I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't swear. Joke.
We don't do any of that here at KCIW. All right, Doc, what was another one?
Don't squat with your spurs on.
Don't squat with your spurs on.
It's actually a book title.
Is that a cowboy joke?
No, it's a book title.
I have said it sometimes.
It's a book by Texas.
All right.
You're so going to regret coming to my show tonight, GiGi.
We're going to have fun. We're going to come out and see you. We might all be out there. Hey, what does a cowboy say when his dog is gone missing? Dog gone?
Bella gone.
Oh, I'm too sober for this.
So bad. That one.
I'm way too sober for this.
Okay, Ray Simon just threw his headphones. He's a sound engineer. He threw it and then he just marched out of the studio. What do you call a cowboy that's died and come back?
What's with the cowboy jokes?
They're all
because we're doing it. Doing it for Saturday. What do you call a cowboy that's died and has come back to life?
What?
Reincarnation?
Somebody's actually laughing? Why is that funny?
That wasn't instead of reincarnation.
Well, Mama, you came all the way over from Germany for this? I'd ask for your money back personally.
What do you call a cowboy that teaches drama? A stagecoach. Ow. I thought that was cute. Janice, I hope you find these cute.
GiGi, is it your turn yet?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But see the quotes he chose this time. So. Okay, here we go. Don't judge people by their relatives.
Don't judge people by their relatives. That's so true.
It's a book by Pam McGinnis.
Oh, is that book? Okay, that's kind of cool. What do you need? She pointed.
I thought the book was incest is all very relative to me.
It's all relative. It is. Okay, it is all relative. All right. This is a good one. Why do cows wear bells?
Why?
Because their horns don't work.
What is it cute?
Yeah, that was a good boy.
Yeah.
All right, I'll throw you a bone on that one.
Okay, Ray just came back in the studio. He's put his earphones back on. All right, what's the last one here? We got 3 minutes of
we'll still talk.
Wow,
when you lose,
wait, 3 minutes of your jokes? Oh, I gotta go.
When you lose, don't lose the lesson.
Wait a minute. When you lose,
don't lose the lesson.
That's the Dalai Lama.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you come up with that one yourself?
Nope, you gave it to me.
I
just found out who wrote it.
Wow, I did. Yeah, she every week I send her some suggestions, which she can then choose to pick or not pick, but she always has to look up who said it.
Yeah, so he was in his where he does his other radio show. He had all these quotes set up, and Paul Critson. Well, who said these quotes? And he said, well, I don't care. I just want to give the quotes. And he said, you can't just give the quotes without saying who quoted them.
We're not going to get in any trouble for doing
that. Hey,
no.
Dr. GiGi, I just have one question for you.
Yeah.
Is he current on his medication?
Every day,
does it need to be, amped up a little bit? Or?
I'm not. If I feel amped up, I think I'm kind of mellowed out. All right. How do German cowboys greet each other? Does anybody know how two
Mama, you got
German
something
cowboys
on
greet each other? They say, howdy, partner.
Audi? Audi. It was Audi.
Audi.
Howdy.
Instead of howdy, I mean, wow.
They actually let you in Germany this last spring? Really?
They did.
Okay, so when he came, my mom...
You got to guard your borders better, Mama.
My mom had a little bit of rules after she met him for a little bit, and he's like, in German, my name is Jacques. What is your name? So those are the two sentences that he knew. And my mom finally said to him, we went to church, and she said to me, and I was supposed to tell him, saying, tell him he cannot talk at all. He cannot say what his name is. He can't point. He cannot ask anybody anything because it was so American.
We got to rock. Hey, Sam, what is happening on July 4th, 2026?
It is going to be a Saturday night in the 250th anniversary of this beautiful country.
Thank you for tuning in to our show. Doc and Jacques on KCRW LP 100.7 FM in Brookings, Oregon. Thank you for listening.
Thank you all. We hope you've enjoyed the show as much as was pretty already has. Thank you for everybody. Thanks, Tom Bozak and Ray, for your engineering wizardry. And if you know anybody, please just pop on there.
But he was lucky.